All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're cracking open the crypto empire blueprint to figure out the simple, fatal mistakes that cost crypto investors an absolute fortune. Our goal here is to make sure you're not one of them. So let's just start with a number that's kinda hard to ignore. A staggering 90% of crypto investors lose money. But here's the key thing the source material points out. It's not because crypto is some impossible game. It's because so many people keep making the same avoidable mistakes over and over again. And that's exactly what this is all about. We're going to walk through the 3 biggest mistakes that even smart, experienced investors fall for. If you can just avoid these, you are already way ahead of the pack. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around because that third mistake is by far the most dangerous one.
Okay, mistake number 1. This is the big emotional trap that gets almost everyone at some point: chasing the hype. This is all about that temptation to buy when something's already skyrocketed.
You know what drives this, right? It's that classic feeling, FOMO, the fear of missing out. You've totally been there. You're scrolling social media, you see some coin pumping like crazy, everyone's talking about it, and that little voice in your head just starts screaming, "I'm missing it. I have to get in right now." So you do it. You buy, jumping in right at the peak of all that excitement. And what happens next is almost predictable, isn't it? The early investors, they start cashing out, the price plummets, and boom, you're left holding the bag. It's a classic and really painful scenario. So what's the fix? Well, it's actually pretty simple, but it takes discipline. Smart investors don't chase those green candles. They wait for pullbacks. The whole strategy is to buy when other people are scared, not when they're getting greedy. Making that mental shift from an emotional FOMO reaction to strategic buying, that is a fundamental key to winning this game. Okay, so that leaves us right into mistake number 2, and you'll see how these build on each other. Investing blind. This is all about putting your hard-earned money into something you don't actually understand at all. And you see this happen literally all the time. People follow these random tips from influencers or some anonymous account on social media. Someone confidently claims, "This coin is gonna 10x." And without a second thought, people just pour their money in, based on absolutely nothing more than a stranger's hype. But here's the reality check. Long-term success in this space comes from substance, not just hype. I mean, think about a giant like Ethereum. It got to where it is because it has real use cases, right? From NFTs to DeFi, it actually does stuff. It wasn't just built on a cool name and a bunch of promises. Now, the solution here doesn't require a finance degree. It's a simple 10-minute research plan. Before you invest, just ask these 3 questions. 1. What problem does this project actually solve? 2. Is the team behind it legit? Are they public? And 3. Is there real, actual demand for it? We're talking a growing user base, an active developer community, signs that people are using it, not just speculating on it. Ultimately, it really all just boils down to a super simple equation. Knowledge equals profit. Seriously, taking just a few minutes to understand what you're buying is one of the highest return investments you could ever make. And now, we've arrived at the big one. Mistake number 3, the one I told you to watch out for at the beginning. This is the panic sell. And make no mistake, according to the source material, this is the single biggest wealth destroyer in the entire crypto space. Period. It's the one thing that separates people who make life-changing gains from those who just consistently lose money. To avoid this, you have to burn one thing into your brain. Crypto is volatile. That's just the nature of it. Massive swings, both up and down, aren't a sign of failure. They are a normal, expected part of the market cycle. A big drop is not the time to slam the eject button. This chart shows you exactly why panic selling is so destructive. Imagine you invest at $100, okay? The market dips to 70. The panic seller sells right here, locking in a 30% loss. But the patient investor, they hold on. They know that strong projects, like Solana, have gone through huge drops, only to bounce back even stronger. And what happens? By day 30, the price recovers to 120. The panic seller lost money, while the patient investor is now in profit. So, what's the antidote to panic? It's a plan. It all comes down to your mindset. Are you just emotionally reacting to every market swing, or are you executing a long-term plan you made when you were calm and rational? That plan, the one you create before you invest, that is your single best defense against fear. So, let's put this all together. We haven't just looked at a list of things not to do. We've actually built the foundation for your new, smarter investment blueprint. So to put it all together, the 3 fatal errors you now know how to avoid are: number 1, FOMO buying into hype; number 2, investing without doing your homework; And number 3, the most destructive of all, panic selling during a dip. Just by avoiding these 3 traps, you're already positioning yourself ahead of 90% of other investors out there. So the question is no longer about what to avoid. It's about what to build. Now that you have the blueprint, what will you create?